you guys? What's going on? Long time no see.
No, for real.
It's been about
feels
a week.
long.
Even
though it wasn't that long, it feels long.
Long time no see to you, Miss Sam. I haven't seen her in like a whole week.
She could have seen me. She been doing her own thing.
What I've been doing?
I don't know.
She been doing her own thing. Let's get into it.
No, I haven't. I've been here.
I had one day where I did my own thing. What was she doing? She was doing her homework, then she went and did her own thing. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you were supposed to call me after that, and you went home.
That's because I was high.
So
sorry for the delay. We had a little breaky break. What was that? Last week we decided to take the break.
Yes, I needed a break.
We both did. It was that week was
it's a lot. It's still like everything still feels like a lot. Yeah, but I'm just like kind of got to show the people.
Powering through it.
You got to show the people when it's a lot. So yeah,
the retrograding for sure.
Heavy.
Yes, taking a toll, babe. And I can't even explain it. That's the thing. Like, I can't even explain what the retrograde do to me, but it do something. I know that much.
I be trying not to like think of it like that. I be trying to like be like, oh, it's not doing anything, so that it won't. But I feel like the retrograding was retrograding even before. Yeah. And we just had a full moon on the 10.
Yes.
Like, it's just
been a lot going on.
A bunch of stuff.
I need the universe to calm down.
I've been seeing a lot of things like, don't let people come back into your life. Don't like exes come. Don't, right now is not the time. Yeah.
The time. I seen another thing was like, be careful what you're responding to, because not everything needs a response right now. So I don't know too much about the retrograde, but I know it'd be whooping me.
Yeah,
it'd be beating me
and
up.
You could definitely tell, like before when I didn't know about anything like that, then when I started like researching on that and stuff, you could really tell when it's like a rush. People go crazy. Like the internet been on fire today.
It's like a million things going on right now.
So many things going on.
Like you had the Ray J situation when he was on live.
Yeah.
You got Dirk in India right now.
Dirk in India. Moneybag posted a video.
I was about to say that.
Ari's stomach.
But they saying Ari was with Meek. Like it's so much happening.
And then they were saying Ari was dating a soccer player too. Really? Yeah, I seen that. And then now PNB Rock.
Yeah, on my mom, y'all. God, you gotta pull that one through, because PNB Rock in high school, that was my life. Like what?
I'm like, it's too much going on.
Way too much.
Like celebrity wise, real life wise,
yes,
just
for real.
In general, like I'm like overwhelmed.
Oh yeah, I did not hear.
Okay.
It kind of look like she's falling off. I didn't
hear myself. It was good. But so what's the topics today?
The topics for today. So the first thing I have to talk about is just how, like, one thing that's been on my mind heavy is just how life is just really short, and it's so important to be a kind person to like everybody you encounter. My face is so oily. To everybody you encounter, it don't matter who, the race, the gender, the age, none of that. Just be kind. It costs nothing to be nice, honestly. Right. Because you really never know how that can make that person feel. You never know like what's gonna happen next. God got a funny way.
The last day you gonna see somebody.
Yeah, God got a real interesting, funny way of showing out sometimes. And one thing I believe is that this life isn't ours, it's his. And when he think it's time for you to come on home, he gonna call you home, and there's nothing you could do about it.
Yeah. And I like what Lauren London has said too before her interview with Angie Martinez. I think that how she was saying how like our people are like we borrow these people, like they don't belong to us. I don't know if she said that in that interview or if she said it somewhere else, but how they don't belong to us. We're just borrowing these people. And I think that has helped me look at things differently. Yeah. But especially last week, I lost 2 childhood friends, and it was like really weird. I don't even know, it's just weird because it's like your childhood friends is people that's in your childhood. You don't see them every day, you don't talk to them. Like you might go months, maybe years without speaking to them, but you see them in passing, it's love. Like you know what I mean? So when it happens, it's just weird almost. Like it's like weird. It's like, dang, if I could go back in time when we was all kids having fun, like doing anything, being reckless, or seeing this person, seeing that person. So I would definitely say just like love your people, tell them you love them.
For real.
Don't be mad at the little things. Like I'm not saying let toxic people into your life, like, but definitely you never know when somebody is gonna be your last day with somebody, or the last time you're gonna see someone. It's really a weird feeling. It's something I can't even explain. And I kind of been losing friends and people like that since I was 16. So it's like at this point it's so like draining.
Yeah.
And it becomes heavy. I feel like my town is heavy right now. Oof. Like, I just feel bad for people who are closer to these individuals that speak to them on a daily, their significant others, all of that. I feel bad for them because it's like, if it feel weird for me, I couldn't even imagine what it feels like for them. So it's just, I don't know.
And I feel the same way.
Weird, yeah.
Because I haven't lost anybody close to me, like a childhood friend or anything. I haven't experienced that, so I can only imagine how she's feeling. The same way she can only imagine how they're feeling, like the people that are close to them. You know?
It's just like different, you know,
different
levels. Life is crazy.
Life is crazy.
Life is crazy. Life is weird.
And like she said, love on your people, bruh. Love on your people. Check on your peoples. I know everybody wants to say check on strong friends. Check on all your friends.
Or everybody.
Check on everybody, period. Love, if you love somebody, tell them you love them. If you miss somebody, tell them you miss them. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Stop holding grudges. It's no time for that. I'm doing like this 30-day shadow work prompt thing or whatever. I can send you the link if you want to take a look at it. But for every day there's a question. I'm really heavy on journaling. So for every day there's a question, and one of the questions talked about whether or not I'm holding any grudges, what's holding me back from letting them go and stuff like that. Well, as I'm writing, I'm thinking like, dang, holding grudges really takes a toll on you. Like, that sits on you so much. And then another thing that I like about my journals is that I go back and I read them sometimes. So I'll go back and read like letters to people that I've, you know, written to or whatever, and I'm like, dang, I was really angry. Like, all that anger and that hatred and all that stuff is just projecting off the page, like just slapping me in the face. Like, when I read back on my journals, I can really see like the type of person that I was and the type of person that I'm growing into. Like, you can really see the progression, which I love, which is one of the reasons why I love journaling.
That's really good. I need to look into that. I always I'm so bad at journaling. I do it and then I stop, and then I do it and then I stop. I'm not consistent. Yeah. I need to be more consistent because it's a good way to get things off your chest. Yeah. I do a lot in my phone though. Like, I write in my notes. I'll have like, I got a bunch of stuff in there from even years ago. But like, I need to start taking time on my day to plan for journaling because it's good. It's definitely good for you.
I usually do mine before I go to bed. And then the prompts help me a lot because it helps me like go day by day. I'm like, all right, I can't forget to do this prompt. I can't forget to do that prompt. So that's how I do my journaling. Like you were saying, starting and stopping. I do that too. But I really only do that when I don't have a prompt. Like, the prompts keep me, there's a word I'm looking for. They keep me not in check, but you feel me?
But no, yeah, grudges definitely take a toll on yourself. It's like, you don't even think it. You're like, I'm not talking to them. I don't care. They hurt my feelings.
Right.
But what is it doing for yourself by doing that? You don't gotta like really start speaking to these people ever again, but you need to learn to forgive them so that you can be okay for yourself. Sometimes forgiveness is not for others. It's for yourself. So
and a lot of times forgiveness doesn't mean reconnection.
Right.
You can forgive somebody and still not speak to them. But like she said, it's for yourself. And another thing, what is holding a grudge really doing? Like, you mad at this person, 9 times out of 10, if you're holding a grudge against somebody, you don't talk to them, so they don't even know that you're holding a grudge against them. Right. So like, you're really not doing anything but holding hate in your heart for nothing. Let go.
Don't hold grudges.
Let God. My next was mental health and how have we been in general. I'll say I'm much better. I'm okay. I'm good. I had a few even slip-ups here and there with like my negative thoughts and things like that, because I think we all have those moments, but I'm glad to say I'm doing a lot better, just in really lighter spirits lately. I also feel like, I don't really know how to explain it, but I feel like this like energy of just love around me, like a lot of love. Like I see, and like I've been having a lot of dreams about love, relationships, platonic and romantic. It's weird, mostly romantic, I will say that, but like, yeah, I just feel a lot of love around me, manifesting a whole lot of love. Right. Whole lot of love.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Me mentally, like I said, it's heavy right now, but that's because so much has happened within a week. Yeah. Like, literally last week was the longest week of my life. Like, I was like, oh my God, this week is so long. I want it to end. Like, it's just a lot. And it's like, even, it's not just the losing my 2 childhood friends, it was also other things.
Just piling on top
of
each other.
So it's just been a lot. It's very heavy. I'm okay. but it feels heavy.
Yeah.
And then I started classes again, so I'm like, it's just
even more
stuff. Like, I'm just ready for things to just be relaxed. I feel like 2-3 weeks ago I was like in great spirits, like things were great, and then it just was like boom. But like I said, healing is not gonna be straight walk in the park. Like, it's up and down. It's not gonna be easy, and this is what it comes with, and I know that. I know at times, like right now, I feel like I kind of like slacked on my healing journey.
Same. I can say that too.
I don't feel connected as I did to it, and I feel like it's because so much has happened.
Yeah. But definitely this past week was a clear definition or a clear sign of the healing journey is not linear. Like, when you're on your journey, you can get knocked down like that, like in a second, bro. And it's crazy once you really start to realize it and be like, oh shoot, I see what you mean now.
And you're gonna be tested during your healing journey. Like, you're gonna be tested purposely,
no, seriously,
to see if
you're gonna fold.
And you might.
And that's
you just
gotta bounce back.
Gotta bounce back. When you fold, just bounce back. Then it's cool. It's good until eventually you'll learn not to fold. But mental health is real. These days, like, I don't think like ever before I took it as serious as I do now. Like, I don't take certain things lightly no more. People say certain things and do certain things. I'm like, I don't play that because it's been so many crazy things. Like, I don't like it. If somebody feeling any type of way that's close to me, I'm gonna want to try to get them some type of help for them, and to know that I tried to get them some type of help. So mental health is definitely real, and it shouldn't be taken lightly, and people should really pay attention to signs, because sometimes some people won't give you signs. Most of the time people don't show signs when they're really sad and down. So, and
that goes hand in hand with like just being nice to people, because you really never know what people are battling. Like, they like when they say you never know what's going on behind closed doors, that's really fast. Like, you really just never know. Like, you could see somebody in the grocery store, and one thing that you say to them could ruin their entire day, and that could be the straw that broke the camel back for them. Like,
it's funny because I always say, like, some people at the hospital, they just don't speak, and I'd be like, what do it cost you just to say good morning? Like, I'm such a person, when I come, even if I'm having a day where I don't feel like being here, when I'm walking in, some days I'm like tired, but if I'm walking in and we're in each other's eyesight, I'm gonna say good morning or hi, how are you? Why do people just walk past people? Like, I think that's crazy. Like, you don't know what a person is going through, and you just walk past them and then say nothing to them or disregard it, them speaking to you. I think that's so rude. Like, and like you said, you never know. One little compliment can make somebody's day. One hello can make somebody's day, because you acknowledged that they were there. Maybe they feel like they're not acknowledged, but your hello made them feel acknowledged. So it doesn't hurt to just speak, be nice, be kind. Like, you don't gotta be evil and rude.
Next was I seen this topic on TikTok, and it has to do with like parental issues, so daddy issues and our mommy issues or whatever. And basically it was a girl and a guy that were in a relationship, and they were having a conversation, and he basically was saying, like, I understand you have daddy issues and I understand you going through this, but at what point do you stop using that as a crutch or a reason to, like, for the way that you act, basically. And my personal take on it would be, I don't know if there's ever like a stopping point, you know what I mean? Because like how we always say, healing doesn't end. Like, I don't think you can be completely healed. I think that you're always going from something. You're always healing from something, and one thing can always trigger the one thing that you were trying to heal from. So since I don't think that you can be completely healed, I think that having parental issues is always going to be a thing. I think once you like stop behaving a certain way that was a result of your parental issues, I think that's a different thing. So like, let's say I don't open up because I don't trust people because I have daddy issues. Like, once I start opening up to people, like once I start learning how to open up, okay, then boom, then I can stop using that daddy issues as a crutch.
I agree with you. I think it's really hard. I mean, I know it needs to be done, but I think it's hard to like stop that. Because you can even start opening up, like you said, if you have daddy issues and you don't open up and things like that, you can even start, and then somebody can do something, your significant other can do one thing, and now I'm totally closed off again because
it was a trigger.
It's a trigger. It's like you reopen a wound that already healed. So now I gotta re-heal from this wound again.
Right.
So it's hard. I feel like when you're in a relationship, you guys gotta kind of learn each other, and you gotta know that this person has daddy issues, this person has mommy issues. You gotta learn each other's triggers. I think we've mentioned this before. Learn each other's triggers. So yeah, maybe things may come back up, like wounds may come back up, but now you guys know how to deal with them differently. So
that's a good point.
Yeah, I think once you learn how to deal with them differently, then the relationship becomes better.
Right.
Because they're gonna be there.
Always. Just learn how to deal with your partners and your people in your life.
That's why it's important
to make things easier.
It's important to like know who you have kids with and things like that, because you don't want to bring your kid up into a situation like you did. Like,
right.
So it's very important to pay attention who you have to start a family with, just to be aware of your triggers, things that you need to heal from, so that it doesn't go on into your relationships. I feel like personally I have things I have to work on before I could be in a stable, healthy relationship. I know that I'm not going to be perfect, but I want to be a little better than I am before I get into a relationship with someone.
For sure. Because I wouldn't want anything that I'm going through, or any of my own, not issues, but anything that I need to work on, I wouldn't want any of that to like project onto them and ultimately hurt somebody else. Like that's that's not something that I'm interested in doing. I don't want to hurt nobody. Hurt people.
That's for sure. That is for sure. Daddy and mommy issues is so hard.
It's so complex, and it goes so deep.
Right. It's so hard when you're in a relationship with somebody who... Hello.
What's going on? You like my ponytail?
Period. Shout out to my cousin for starting her live. Yes, I love it. And your hair grows mad fast. It's gonna be like so pretty. You're already pretty.
Thank you. I'm not there yet to where I can wear them out by themselves, but the little hat was
I met this girl at work. Well, I didn't meet her. Like, we always speak or whatever. She works in the kitchen, and she has locks. Her locks are really nice, and it's crazy. They're like your color.
Really? I feel like this color is very popular.
Yeah, and so then when I had the twist, and she was like, "Are you locking here?" I'm like, "Girl, I can't commit to it yet." She was like, "I know it takes some commitment," and she was like, "In the beginning, it's hard, like, but it gets better." So I was like, "I know."
I'm only a week in, and every day I'm like, I'm gonna comb these out. Like, I'm over it. But what I did was I made myself a Pinterest board. So whenever I think about combing them out, I just look at it.
I'm like, oh, yeah, it's
hard. Yeah, we back. Sorry for the little delay.
Yes.
We were supposed to drop last week, right? We were supposed to drop last week.
It be seeming so long.
Yeah. It feels like it's been forever.
Right. Like, it'd be like a week. It'll be like, dang, it feels like a month.
No, for real.
I don't know. Maybe it's just lately, but now we back in the groove.
We got everything together. We was having little camera difficulties, not gonna lie.
Camera difficulties.
But
needed breaks. Yeah. Now we back. We back.
Everything should be smooth sailing from here.
And we in my favorite season of the year.
It's fall, baby.
Yes. Is that your favorite season?
It is, actually. I love fall. I love like holiday season. Like, I just love it all. Like September to December, January, I love it.
Love it. I'm more of a like September to December be good, because December don't be that bad. It's like January coming with the snow, then I'll be like, all right, I'm over it. But no, I definitely love fall. Fall is my favorite season. I just love the vibes of fall. And I used to never be like that. I think once I got older, I started to love fall.
I think everybody as a kid loves summer.
Yeah, because you're not in school.
And then once you get older, you're like, this ain't too bad. This fall ain't too bad.
And I love how you can dress in the fall.
Yes.
Like,
I'm revamping my entire wardrobe, so that's really why I'm more into fall now.
I'm switching it up. It's just expensive. Fall, shopping for fall is expensive. No, I should have started in the summer, but
no, for real.
What ifs? I'm gonna do it little by little.
Afterpay me, please.
Okay.
Klarna.
Okay. So when we left off, we were talking about mommy and daddy issue,
and we left off by saying how complex it is, and like how hard it is to like really unpack, because it affects so many parts of our lives for real. The TikTok that we had brought up last time, like in our last clip, we were just watching it again, and I had noticed that in the comments somebody said, so basically the question, I know, I actually just did, today was my first time looking at the comments. Basically the question was, at what point do you stop using your parental issues as a reason or excuse for why you are the way you are? And so my personal take on it is, you know, you like, it's really hard. Like, you can't really just stop using it as an excuse. I think that excuse is like a bad choice of words, because that has such a negative connotation to it. But it's always gonna play a part in the person that you are or were. But one thing that I really like that somebody said in the comments was, the easiest way to like stop using it as an excuse in a sense is when you start taking accountability for your actions, for one, and two, when your desire for the past goes away, is what they said. So when you stop trying to live in the past, a lot of people get so hung up on their past and they get so addicted to that trauma that they don't know anything else. They can't like picture or fathom success and healthy relationships for themselves. So I think that's another thing.
That's a good way to put it. I don't know, it's hard, like I said, because, you know, I have daddy issues, and we talk about it all the time. We have mommy issues too that we don't really like touch on because we be so focused on our daddy issues that is very like obvious, you know. But I'm still learning and I'm still growing. I feel like it's constant. You're going to be learning and growing from it, because I feel like my daddy issues really mirror relationships I have with people big time. And I used to never notice that until I got older, and I'm like, wow, like you have a lot, like I don't like to feel abandoned. I don't like to feel ignored. I don't like, all of that comes from the issues that I had with my father. But I feel like once I learn to be fully at peace with that, I will get better as an adult in my relationships.
That's kind of like being at peace is kind of what the comment was saying. It was saying like, once you learn that you can't change the past, you can only change your now, and like, you know, shape that and make it, you know, who you want to be in the future. Then that's how you kind of move forward from it. But like she said, it's hard, it's complex, so much goes into it. It shows up in ways you wouldn't even think. Like she said, I didn't really notice them until I got older, and it shows up more in like my romantic relationships. Of course it shows up in different relationships, I'm sure too, but it shows up in romantic relationships a lot. One thing that helps me like start to really unpack it though, so like we said last time, I journal a lot. So this one journal prompt thing that I've been sending to everybody, because they tricked me. I thought it was an actual journal, and so I bought it. It was like 20 bucks, and instead it was a PDF. Like, why would y'all make me pay $20 for a PDF? Anyway, so it's a bunch of prompts. It's called Create Your Truth. So they have different sections about healing your inner child, self-love, emulating behaviors, and stuff like that. So that really helped me. Like, the questions are like, they're deep.
I be seeing them so much in myself lately. I think because I'm going on this journey and I want to make myself a better woman and things like that. And I'll be like, dang, because like for so long I'll be in relationships or like past relationships, and I'll be like, they did this, they did this, they did this, and then I would sit like, now I sit there and I'll be like, but Brie, you acted this way, or you reacted this way, or you did this, you did that. Like, I have, like you said, take accountability. I think I'm learning to take accountability for the things that I do because of my daddy issues.
I feel like another thing that's important too is to have people around you that hold you accountable.
Absolutely.
Like, that's really, really important. That's why it's important to take inventory of your circle and take inventory of your life, because if you have people in your life that's enabling your behavior, that's not gonna cut it. Like, and I feel like we hold each other accountable.
We do.
She holds me accountable very, very much. Oh, sorry, my mom is calling me. Stop calling me.
You think I hold you accountable a lot?
Yes, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you know how many
you hold me accountable? First of all, you call me a whole narcissist. What'd you call me?
She asked me if she was a narcissist, and it was a situation, like, and she showed me the messages, and I was like, well, sorry, my mom is texting me. Mom, when you watch this, stop texting me, girl. Anyway, Yeah, or what was the other thing?
Oh, you were like, oh, you want him to stroke your ego.
Yes,
and
that's
I
what
was
I
like, stroke? No. I forgot what it was that I said.
It was something. Did. It was like, I can't remember exactly. There was another situation where, I was like, not everything revolves around you. And she was like,
yeah, she definitely hold me accountable.
But I didn't mean not everything revolves around her like that.
I forgot what that situation was too.
The person was upset at their day, and she thought that they were taking it out on her. And so I'm like, but not everything's about you.
Yeah.
Like, he could have been mad at something else.
But he was being rude.
I don't remember what he said.
He was being rude. I got problems, yeah. Let's just talk about our problems.
Let's just talk about our problems. Okay, let's see. What's my problem? Let my mom tell it I'm mean. I don't think I'm mean.
What's her problem?
Let Bree tell it.
She don't know how to express herself.
I'm getting better.
She's getting better. But
I don't.
She could care, and like her significant other, if we talking relationship wise, not gonna know she cares. But that's not even just relationship wise. That's like in general. Like she could care, because I know her. I know that she genuinely cares. But if you don't know her, and she may come off as if it's not phasing her. But in reality, she really cares. Like,
yeah, I love you, Stink Stink.
She might really feel like, oh my god, like I'm so like. She gonna write it out. She gonna text it out. Yeah,
I am a texter. Yo,
don't
call me. Don't call me.
She gonna text it.
Don't try to talk to me in person, because I'm gonna shut down. I know how to write. Like I will write. Like in school, writing like language arts and stuff like that, and math are my two favorite. But math that's besides the point. But anyway, like writing, I love writing. I get everything out when I write. Like I don't know. It's either gonna be a text message or a voice message. Pick your poison.
My girl can text, but she don't take it personal, because like when we text each other, like she gonna send me a paragraph and I'm gonna respond. Yeah. But I'm saying like
it's gonna be like I'm gonna send a book and she's gonna send a sentence.
Yeah.
Like girl, all these points I just said.
Yeah, like I be trying to respond to everything.
And another thing I do is my mind moves a mile a minute. And so I'll send a million texts. I'll do text messages back to back. Like I just go boom, boom, boom. Like I gotta get it.
And yeah, it's not little text. Like it's books back to back. So
and I type fast.
Read
so
it
it's like
yeah, you gotta read all of that. And I don't even know what type of person I am. I don't know.
As far as
like texting, calling, what you think?
Bree's a caller.
I'm a caller.
I think Bree's a caller. Okay. She's definitely not a texter.
I'm not a texter.
No, that's her mom. You are your mom's child.
And you your mom's child.
My mom calls sometimes.
She a caller. She's definitely a caller. She's gonna be on the phone for sure. But if she thinking about something, my aunt, like,
oh yeah,
she's gonna text me back to back. I'm like
back, and I just gotta sit there and let it come in. And then once a minute or two go by, I'm like, all right, she's done. And now I can respond.
Right, because she's definitely when something's on her mind, just like her,
she's gonna go back. Yeah. Okay, I see that.
So we both have many traits of our mother.
Yes.
I am my mother's child. Like the older I get, like my phone, I just don't got no patience for it. I don't even be on the phone. Like sometimes I'll be on the phone. Like we gonna talk on the phone, but I feel like I'm more of an in-person. Like we sitting down, we having a conversation. Don't get me wrong. If you text me about something, I'm gonna respond. Like I'm just not a texter about everything. Yeah. Things like that.
And I don't really care for in-person stuff. I don't like confrontation. Yeah. So like if we get in person, I'm gonna shut down. But then when we leave, I'm probably gonna text you.
She gonna text you. Like girl.
Sorry. I'm trying to get better.
I kind of like that. This guy told me I am a bad communicator. And I was like, he said I'm a bad communicator. I was not communicating bad. At least I didn't feel like that. But I just feel like if we getting to know each other, I don't gotta talk to you all the time.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like, I just, like, I don't know. We getting to know each other. It's like,
I don't gotta be every
day.
Like, for me, it depends. It depends on how much I'm feeling you for real.
True.
Like, if we're not like clicking automatically, we're not gonna, you know, feel me like.
And the thing is, we click. Like he was cool. Like we was vibing, but I think he just expected something different from me. And like, I'm just not that person when I'm getting to know somebody. Like, I don't text back right away. Like, but that's just me in general. Like, I'm not, I might send you a text and do something else, and then I'll go back to my messages. I'm not really like that girl. Like, I don't want to sit up there and be texting all that. But he told me I was a bad communicator, and I was just like, wow. Like, he really told, like
wow.
That was the end.
That was the end. Wow. That was the end?
Yeah.
Because he said you were a bad communicator? Oh, that's sad. I feel bad for him.
It's alright. I don't know. Somebody's gonna understand me one day.
I feel like that's why it's important to set like your expectations early. Like, if you and another person are talking, as much as I hate that term, or like getting to know each other or whatever, like, say like, all right, if you're busy, cool, just let me know, slide me a text. That's what I like. If you're busy, hit me real quick, like, yo, I'm doing this, that, and the third, I'll hit you later. That I could deal with. But like, maybe I understand where he's coming from then, because like, if I'm getting to know you, or especially if I'm feeling you, if we go all day without talking, what's tea? And you don't tell me what's up.
We wasn't going a day without talking.
Oh, well then.
We was just going, like, I wasn't as consistent, like a few hours maybe or whatever. But okay, I'm busy.
Right, baby, we grown.
Yeah.
I got things
and
to
when
do.
I'm at work, I'm not by my phone. Like, it's to have something to miss. Like, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
It is what it is, guys. I don't know, because then again, like you said, it depends on how into you. Because if I'm in love with you, I want to talk to you 24/7.
25/8. Like, but what's good? Did you eat today? No, what you want?
Right.
Like,
but we probably could have got to that point.
True.
But because he couldn't understand the way I am at first, it didn't get to that point. Okay. But it's cool. I'm okay. Do you feel like, going back to our original conversation, like any of your daddy issues like were the reason for like your failed relationships, or theirs? Like,
yeah. Let me see how I can make this as vague as possible. Yes. Okay, so the answer to your question is yes. I do believe that. So I feel like I've only had 2 serious romantic relationships, right? One of them was when I was very young. I met that boy when I was 14 years old. Ain't no a clue in the world what I was doing. Talking about nothing, okay? But one thing I like to think is that we say it wasn't love, but it was what I knew of love at that time. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, to me, the person that I am right now, it wasn't love. Like, I was a kid, we was arguing every day. He was just a nasty person. He was a really nasty person. But 14-year-old, 15, 16 me thought that was love. And I think that my daddy issues in that, like, showed up in the relationship for sure. I think, like you were saying earlier, the whole feeling ignored, abandoned type of thing. I think because I got that so early on from my dad, I didn't want to experience that from anybody else. So whenever me and him would stop talking, it's like, okay, I gotta get this back. I gotta, you know, repair that, because I don't like that alone feeling. I don't want that anymore. You know what I mean? And then the second romantic relationship in my life was, you know, more recent. I'm older now, so I see things differently and I'm thinking differently, and this person also helped me to think differently. But I think that because of the reason we both had parental issues, they kind of clashed in a sense. So like, both of us trying to figure out how to work through those while still being together, it was just hard. Like, it just wasn't gonna work for the people that we were at that time. You know what I mean?
For me, going back to what I said about abandonment issues, not even just abandonment. So for my father, he was like not consistent at all. Like, I could probably count on my hands how many times I went with him, you know. So, you know, this is it gets deep. I'm not even gonna make it go deep for somebody to watch this, but no, yeah, he wasn't consistent. Like I said, I could count on my hands. And I remember going with him and not wanting to be there because I didn't feel like genuine almost. So I always, whenever I went with him, I used to, oh, why my mom send me here? Like, I want to go home. Like, I want my mom. Like, I did not want to leave my mother. Like, anybody that know me and my mother, this, because like my other siblings had their fathers more in their life. Me, I didn't. So it was always my mother. Like, that was my girl. Like, I ain't know nothing outside of my mom, for real. So when she used to send me with, I used to be so mad at her. Like, you are betraying me right now.
Like, what is this? I thought we was cool. Like, I thought we was gay.
Why are you sending me with this stranger?
You know, heavy on the with the stranger, bro. I do not know this man.
I don't know him. I don't want to be around him. I want my mom.
Yo.
Bring me back. I couldn't wait until it was over, and it felt like forever.
I swear, yeah, boom. Okay, so he used to want to take me out to eat. All right, that's cool. But I have, okay, so boom. We just gonna trauma dump real quick, okay? I'm my mom's only child, and I'm my father's oldest child, right? So he has other kids. Gang. But we go out to eat. It's all of us, bruh. I don't know these people sitting in front of me. Like, I'm on the phone. And mind you, we all at the table on our phones. Like, it's just an awkward situation. I'm texting my mom, like, bro, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm texting whoever I could find in my phone. Like,
for real. We kind of got off topic, but still, I'm going to still talk about it. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, when she was sending me with them, I'm like, oh, my God. And then I used to go around his family, and I really don't know his family. Like, bro, like, what is going on here? Like, no. Like, no. Like, I used to be so mad. So one time, right, I went to my father's mother house, right, and my grandmother, and when I went there as a child, I did not like fish. Like, I hated fish. Like, I eat fish now, but I hated fish. So I remember going there one time, and all she cooked was fish. I was so mad. And she wouldn't have me eat the fish, and I was so disgusted. Like, if I was with my mom,
I can feel the pain.
My mom would know not to give me fish. Like, I was so mad. Like, point blank period, Mom, when you watch this, you was dead wrong.
Dead wrong for that.
I didn't ask for that, okay? No, but like, because my father was not consistent, in and out, or whatever, I felt like in my head, it kind of made it okay for my relationships to be inconsistent. So I have a lot of my past relationships where we were in and out of each other's life, in and out.
Yes.
And because the first man that was supposed to be my first love showed me that being in and out was something okay. Which it really wasn't. I think it made it okay for me to do that within my relationships. Now I'm learning, like, that's not okay. Like, you should have stability. Like, and I see other people with their fathers, like, for example, my little sisters and their father. Like, I love their relationship because it's like he's an active father. He don't miss a beat when it comes to them. And I know for that reason, even though they might not even realize it, when they get older, if somebody was trying to be in and out their life, they'll be like, what? Skirt. Right.
Next.
My sister quit her job because somebody talked to her the wrong way. She did not care.
Period.
And you know what she went and did? She told her father, and he said, "You're right. You're right." With that. Like,
that's cool. Like,
they don't go for nothing, and I love that. I love that.
Seeing, my favorite thing to see is healthy, active father-daughter relationships. Yes. I love it. Like, when I'm on TikTok and stuff, like, I freaking love it. It's just the best thing ever. I follow this one guy who he's like a I don't know if it's a cheer coach, but his daughter, she's like 7 or something, and she does stunts and all the cheer flipping and tumbling or whatever. But like, and she's so good, and she's so little, but like, just seeing their relationship and their dynamic is so amazing. I love it.
I love it. I just love it. Like, if you really have like your father, or if you have your mother and you're like whatever, like, just cherish it, because some people don't get that. And it does affect you a lot. Like, if we got into this deep, y'all be like, what?
It's giving her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for me.
No, like, for real. Like,
it's deep. Bro.
It's deep. Like, I have to learn. Like, I haven't done it all the way, but I had to learn to forgive somebody that I felt like really made me a second option in my entire life. Like, and that right there is a lot.
That's really hard too.
Because it's not like he couldn't have a relationship with me, because he has a relationship with his other children. I felt like when it came to me, and you know what I told myself one day? I was like, I feel like I'm his guilt. Like, I feel like I'm his guilt because he wasn't there. He knew he could be. He wasn't there. He didn't do the things that he should have done. So that when it comes to having a relationship with me, it's almost like he can't, because it reminds him of everything that he didn't do.
Yeah.
Once I started telling myself that, it made me a little better when it comes to him. I still have a long way to go, but it made me a little better. I feel like I'm his guilt. Like when he looks at me, he can't deal with it. Like he can't have that relationship.
Going back to like how our daddy issues showed up in relationships, another thing that I noticed is the feeling of being unwanted. So like you were saying, him having relationships with his other kids. I don't know the exact relationship that he has with his other kids. So let me put that out there. I don't know the full extent.
Let me not speak on other people's relationship, but from what I see.
Yes, from outside looking in, from your first daughter that doesn't live with you, never lived with you as far as I'm concerned. But you live with your other kids. And you bring your son to work and you go see your other son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a little girl on the outside looking in, it's like, dang, what was wrong with me? What was wrong with me? It's like, it's such a sucky feeling. And like she said, the first man in my life that was supposed to be my first love was my first heartbreak. But
we able to talk about it with each other so much because we both share these experiences. So it's good to have a person like that. Like, I know when I'm like, she gonna understand how I feel. Like, if I say something like, we get annoyed with them and stuff, like, when she gonna understand it. Like, we understand. Like, when I sent that in the group the other day about, I can't say.
She's a really good whisperer because I can't hear nothing. Okay.
And you laughed at it. I'm like, I know, feel what I feel right now. Cause like,
yes, I know what you said.
No, but I don't know.
But yeah, but like we said, as we get older, you know, it's important to work through that type of stuff because it holds you back. It really, really does. Because like we said, it shows up in so many different ways that you wouldn't even realize until you're put in a position. Like I said, my second romantic relationship was one that was more mature in a sense, and one that had, like, you know, different levels that kind of challenged me in a way that I've never been challenged before. And so I had to really face these things head on. It's interesting to see, but it's also like, dang, I really gotta work through this. Like, we here now.
And even like toxic relationships teach you, every person that comes into your life teaches you something. You have to just realize what the lesson was. Like, and even if the relationship was not like the best relationship, it was toxic or whatever the case may be, you have to realize, what did this person teach me though? Like, my last relationship, I was taught a lot of things about myself that I didn't realize. The way I act, react with emotion. And when I went to therapy one time, she was telling me before, like, I'm so defensive and I always feel like I need to protect the people I love because, you know, when I was younger, my mom was in past relationships where they weren't good and I seen her, you know, be assaulted. So when I was younger, I was too young to defend her. So as I got older, I felt like I needed to defend everybody at every given moment. And I'm like that. And now that I'm older, I try to bring it down some because I just be ready for go. Like, it don't even matter. You mess with my loved ones, it's like, I'm just to 100. Like, I don't care, to the point that they try not to tell me stuff. Like, that's bad.
Yeah, I don't try not to tell Bree stuff, but like, I'll water it down just a little bit because she's gonna be like, I do nails, y'all. So if I have a client that's like a bad client, I gotta water it down because she's gonna go on Instagram, she's gonna find her Instagram, she's gonna find her number, she's gonna find, and I'm like, oh Jesus.
I think it was like when you first started, I would beat her up. Like, I was so angry.
When I first started, I had a client that she was like, to this day, she was probably like the worst. And I think I told you like the day it happened, and so it was pretty fresh. And she was like, this her? Show me her Instagram. I'm like, girl,
don't play with my family. I don't play that. Like, don't play with my family. Tell me after, because if you play with my family, it's up.
It's up.
I don't care. All bets is off at that point.
No, for real.
I remember my cousin told me at her birthday party, we ain't got to say no names, I'm making, you know, at her birthday party that she ain't like this girl. This not the real story, but I'm gonna do it. She ain't like this girl, so I'm chilling, I'm vibing the whole night. She's still telling me she don't like this girl. So the end of the night, they like the girl gotta go. So I'm like, all right, girl, you gotta go. The girl ain't wanna go. Me and her ended up fighting. My cousin said she ain't like you. Oh well. So not, like, you can't tell me nothing. Cause then I'm gonna end up like, you know, and this is not the platform for that, y'all. Yeah. I don't condone that. I'm just saying. Like just my family is like my heart. Like don't, is that where my heart is? Yeah, it's my heart. Don't play.
Don't play with them.
And I think that like my therapist said, she said that comes from not being able to defend your mom when you were younger. You wanted to, but because you were so little, you couldn't really do it. Yeah. So that's something I'm working on now too.
Shout out to that therapist, because that's a word.
That
is a word.
She was really good. I'm looking for a new one though, but she was really good. She was just very religious, which, you know, I love God, but sometimes I feel like it needs to be.
There should be like a divide, like a balance. Yes. There's one more thing I want to get into that I seen on Instagram. This boy I follow, he did like, not a poll, but like a little question and answer type of thing on his story where he talked about dating. And like first dates, second dates, and things like that. So like basically the question was, what would you prefer, for a guy to hit you up like, okay, boom, we gonna here at this time, be ready? Or would you want him to ask you like, what do you like to do, where you want to go, and then excuse me, and then plan from there? For me, I feel like it depends. It's a very situational type of thing. Like if we're just, if this is a first date, we just getting to know each other type of thing, I'm the type of person where I like to talk for not a long time, but like I like to have conversation, text, whatever, be on the phone before we go on our first date, so I know who I'm, you know, going to see or whatever. And in that time that we're texting, you can like, you know, throw in little questions here and there, what I like to do, get a feel for who I am, and then you can plan. Regardless if it's a first date, second, no, not second, but like first date, the most important, I don't want to plan the first date. Yeah, I don't want to plan the first date. So like if we're getting to know each other, texting, talking on the phone, FaceTime, this, that, and the third, you should have some sort of idea to me of who I am, what I like to do, and go from there. Like if I tell you in a conversation through text I don't like the beach, and then you plan a picnic at the beach, I'm gonna smack you, because why would you do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
definitely get to know me a little bit. I don't want to plan the first date at all either. I do feel like, just ask me like when you free. Don't just plan something, let me know, like ask me when you free, like things like that. And then after that you could be like, oh, I planned this here, let's go, like be ready. I would be like, oh my god, I probably called Jordan like, oh, he about to be my husband.
Right, that's so us. One thing about me, if I like one thing you said, suddenly you're my husband. Yeah, it's bad. I need to stop doing that.
We're getting married and it is what it is.
We go together.
Real bad.
Real bad.
No, but yeah, so you could definitely plan the first date, just like know when I'm free and stuff. And I'm either gonna like it or not. Yeah, but we're both of us, we're very picky. That's what makes it so hard for us in this dating world. Yes, we're very
one thing picky. And I'm off of you, bro. Yeah, it takes it, you know, I don't even know how to explain it. Like it take a real special dude to get me to like take me out the game. Not take me out the game, but you feel me? Yeah, take me out the game.
It's been so long, I don't even remember what it takes to get me to,
you know. I'm about to go.
Like, what do it take? I'm about to call my ex. Like, what did it take?
What was it? What
we
was
young though, so that don't even count anymore. He probably said something corny too.
No, for real, corny. But like for me, I like corny stuff. But it depends. It depends on how corny you are. Okay?
I'm about to say, because you do not like corny stuff.
No, because irritated. If you DM me, you the only 10 I see, I'm gonna block you. I'm going to block you. But like my last romantic relationship I was talking about before, I don't know what it was that made me continue talking to him after he said this to me, because I hate when people say stuff like this. Like I really, really hate it. I posted myself singing a P&B rock song, right? And he slid up and he said, what you
to P&B?
Right. My God. Anyway.
And it's crazy how we were talking about death and stuff. What was it, last Monday or the Monday before? I don't know.
When we recorded?
Yeah.
It was last Monday, I believe. It was the day he got shot, and then he passed away that night.
All right, go ahead.
He DM'd me when I was listening to the song or whatever. He DM'd me and he said, "What you know about PNB Rock?" I hate when people say that. I don't know why that grinds my gears so bad, but like obviously I know about this artist if I just post it to this artist.
Right.
Like,
come on.
Little stuff like that makes me mad. Like, don't be dumb. But yeah, what does it take to really get my interest? Assertiveness. I like assertive, like, you know, like the whole be ready at this time, I'm coming to get you type of thing. I like a man with a plan.
That's a good one. I still don't know.
Still don't know.
Pet peeves, right? Because you kind of talked about some pet peeves. Oh my god, yeah. I don't know, I feel like I talked about this in a few other episodes, but don't just be calling me. Like,
oh, people think I'm so petty for that.
Yeah,
but don't call me.
My coworkers call me so petty for that. I think I did talk about this in one of the dating
I think it was the episode with Nay and Kiki. We talked about pet peeves.
Yeah, like don't just call me out of nowhere. I'm a busy girl. And if we talking, we don't like talking, but if we getting to know each other, what makes you think you could just FaceTime me? It's really the FaceTime. What makes you think you could just do that?
FaceTime
That's crazy.
Calling me is crazy too, but FaceTiming
I'll take that.
me?
FaceTiming me? Like, think you got it like that to see where I'm at?
You thought you was slick. You was trying to
thought I was feeling you?
You know, like, don't do that.
No, for real.
Don't do that. Like, I remember this one time I gave this dude my number. I kid you not. 5 minutes. First of all, let's start from the beginning because he was insane. He was DMing me on Instagram, right? So, you know, just fake responding because I don't like leaving people on scene. So I opened it, I responded or whatever, boom. So he had been trying to get with me, but I'm like, no, I'm good, we good or whatever. So I had went to go pick something up from my friend's house. I'm at the stop sign, windows down because it was the summertime. He pulls up on the side of my car.
He followed you?
He seen me out there. He didn't follow me, but he seen me out there. So he pulls up on the side of my car and was like, "You Jordan?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not good with confrontation. I'm not good with stuff like that. So I'm like, yes. And I knew who he was, so I gave him my number. I kid y'all not. I pull off, he FaceTimed me. What would you do that for?
Oh, no.
I get home, he FaceTimes me again. Are you slow? Like, for like a good month, he kept FaceTiming me. And I was not answering. I had to block his number. Because
we gotta set stuff up like that. Like, oh, can I FaceTime you? Are you free to FaceTime
yes,
later? All right, then we could FaceTime. But to just do that out of nowhere, that's just crazy. Like,
and then to keep doing it.
Yeah, like, no.
You good?
No. I don't like that. Don't blow me up. That's not cute.
Heavy on the don't blow me up. I don't know. Everything, guys, free game real quick. Everything is situational. If the girl is feeling you for real, she's, for one, you're gonna know. Yeah. And for two, that's when you know how to carry stuff. Like, if she's feeling you, then you can call her. You feel me? If y'all already have established that relationship, then you can proceed accordingly. But if you just get nowhere, I promise you, I'm telling you right now, 9 times out of 10, that's going to annoy her and it's going to drive her.
It's going to annoy her. I think. I hope. I don't know. No,
not I hope.
But
I hope it would annoy her.
We're crazy. Anything else?
Today, I don't think so. I think we good for today. We're
gonna wrap it up, y'all. We love y'all. We back and better than ever.
Period.
We'll be back next week. Love y'all.
Period. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all that. Follow us on Instagram at girls.garden, 2 N's. Follow me on Instagram at just like Jor.
And follow me on Instagram at Barbreedout, 3 L's.
Bye.